the recycling industry will play a crucial role in future. Do you have any doubt about it? I have that. Let me elaborate. The rag picker, waste picker, treasure picker picks recyclables from garbage, sorts them into product categories, and sells them to a dealer or contractor. The scrap dealer further sorts, cleans, packs, and sells the material to small-scale units and factories that process and prepare new raw material. The material is sold to manufacturing plants units which are part of the pharma sector. They in turn produce new products from the recycled stuff that we, that is the informal, have prepared for them, the formal. This is typical of most industries in India, like in our countries, so other countries too. More than half the production process, which is labor intensive, is done by low-paid labor in the informal economy until it even reaches the factory and the plant. What we have to do is to make the world recognize that every worker at every stage of the production process is integral to the industry and the economy. Thus, we change and correct the concept of what we call industry. Not only the recycling industry, but all other industries, whether food industry, textile and garment, or construction, these industries, they need to have an integrated, inclusive concept of industry. But a caution, these industries are mentioned, so that I mentioned, are predominantly labored by women. Historically, every time an industry modernizes, formalizes, beautifies, the women working in it as part of the informal sector get pushed out, and the formal sector, dominated by men, steps in to reap the benefits. Whether it is in the case of agriculture, or crafts, or fisheries, or forestry, or servicing like waste picking. Remember, WIEGO is for emancipation of women and women labor. So in our case, the city plans need to recognize the enormous services provided by the waste workers to the city and its residents and integrate them into a fair equitable system. Here lies the opportunity to link the formal and informal sectors workforce in one industry. But why? Often I question. This artificial divide, a false divide between the formal and the informal sectors, and all in the world of work. Why should there be a divide? Who made this divide? For what? We all work, paid in different modes, and some of us work unpaid, family labor, but we all work. We workers have to fundamentally break this barrier between formal and informal. The WIEGO scholars have understood our dual situation, so together we will change and create an integrated, inclusive approach to certain concepts and definitions that keep on ignoring and hence suppressing us. There are many such conceptual blocks on the road, on our way. These are, one is like on the private sector. We vendors, home-based workers, cleaners, we all are private sector. We all are private. Similarly, the concept of partnership. We partner the company with our labor, with our skill, with the capital, with our community strength. So when we discuss on the StreetNet and HomeNet on that panel, on those networks, the issue of urban land and the land price in the city. We were actually reclaiming our citizenship in the cities where we work. It is a political action in the broad sense of politics. What we do is politics, that is changing or tilting the balance of power in favor of the poor. We must realize this and do it better, more strategically. This should be part of our workers' education classes, explaining the power struggles, because at the end we have to come in a bargaining position. Who, where, how this will be taught to position ourselves better, stronger, strategically in this power-driven world. So that is another point that I was thinking in terms of future challenges. The other point that I want to make is on the challenge of climate change, that all global leaders will have to deal with very seriously. We can't escape, nobody can escape, including WIEGO as a budding global leader. We see adverse impact of climate change in our regions. We know that it is not the poor who contribute to the climate disasters through their lives and livelihoods. In fact, it's the contrary. It is their lives and livelihoods contribute to the mitigation of risk. This fact is neither recognized nor realized by others in the world. The informal economy has very small carbon footprint in most cases, and particularly women who live greener and cleaner economic life.